Imagine waking up tomorrow and suddenly wanting to do the hard things. Wanting to wake up early. Wanting to exercise. Wanting to work instead of scrolling your phone. Sounds impossible, right? Most people think discipline is painful, like forcing yourself to eat vegetables when all you want is junk food. But what if I told you there is a way to trick your brain so discipline actually starts to feel good? A few years ago, there was a young man named Daniel. Daniel wasn't lazy, but he had a problem many people have today. Every night, he made big plans. Tomorrow I'll wake up early. Tomorrow I'll work out. Tomorrow I'll start my goals. But when morning came, his alarm rang, and his brain said something different. 5 more minutes. 5 minutes became 30. 30 became an hour. And suddenly the day was gone. Daniel felt guilty. He knew what he should do, but knowing and doing are two different things. One evening he sat in his small apartment staring at his phone. He had spent 3 hours watching random videos. When he finally looked at the clock, he felt that familiar pain in his chest. The feeling that another day had slipped away. He whispered to himself, "Why is discipline so hard?" Truth is, discipline feels hard because your brain is designed to avoid pain and chase pleasure. Your brain loves comfort. Your brain loves easy rewards. Scrolling your phone. Easy dopamine. Eating junk food. Easy dopamine. Watching entertainment for hours. Easy dopamine. But working hard. Exercising. Studying. Building something meaningful. Those are things give rewards later, not immediately. And your brain hates waiting. Daniel thought discipline meant fighting his brain every single day. But then he learned something that completely changed his life. You don't need to fight your brain. You need to train it. One day, Daniel met an older mentor at a small coffee shop. The mentor listened quietly as Daniel explained his struggle. "I know what I should do," Daniel said, "but I just can't stay consistent." The mentor smiled and asked a strange question. "Daniel, do you like brushing your teeth?" Daniel laughed. "Of course not." "Then why do you do it every day?" Daniel paused. He had never thought about it. "I guess it's just a habit." "Exactly. You weren't born loving it, but your brain learned that it's normal, automatic, part of your routine. And that's the secret. Discipline becomes easy when your brain stops seeing it as punishment and starts seeing it as identity. Tementa told Daniel something powerful. Your brain believes what you repeat. If every day you say, "I hate working out," your brain will believe it. But if every day you say, "This is what I do," your brain slowly accepts it. At first, Daniel didn't fully understand, but he decided to test it. Next morning, his alarm rang at 6 a.m. His first instinct was the usual thought. "I'm tired." But this time, he said something different. "This is what I do." It sounded strange, almost fake. But he got up anyway. The workout that morning was terrible. He was slow. He was tired. He wanted to quit. But Ephanis, the next day, he repeated the same sentence. "This is what I do." And something interesting started to happen. The first week was painful. The second week felt slightly easier. By the third week, something changed. His brain stopped arguing so much, because a repetition changes identity. Erase the trick most people don't understand. Your brain is always trying to save energy. When something becomes routine, your brain stops resisting it. That's why someone who never exercises feels pain at the gym, but someone who trains every day feels uncomfortable when they don't go. Sama activity. Different brain conditioning. Daniel started using small tricks to reprogram his mind. The first trick was making discipline ridiculously small. Instead of saying, "I will exercise for 1 hour," he told himself, "just 5 minutes." 5 minutes felt easy. Most days, he ended up doing 20 minutes anyway, but the brain didn't panic at the start. The second trick was immediate rewards. After every workout, Daniel allowed himself something he enjoyed, a great smoothie, a relaxing shower. His favorite podcast slowly, his brain connected effort with pleasure, work, reward, discipline, good feeling. The third trick was tracking progress. Every night, he marked a small X on a calendar. Day 1, Day 2, Day 3. T-chain started growing. And something surprising happened. Daniel didn't want to break the chain. Now let me pause here for a second. If this story is helping you see discipline in a new way, take 2 seconds right now and hit the like button. It helps the channel grow and lets us keep sharing powerful stories like this here on English. And if you enjoy motivational storytelling that actually helps you change your life, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Now back to Daniel. Around day 30, he noticed something strange. It didn't feel like the same person anymore. Before, his identity was someone who struggles with discipline. Now it was different. It was becoming someone who shows up. And identity is the most powerful force in human behavior. Think about it this way. A smoker trying to quit says, "I'm trying not to smoke." But an unsmoker says, "I don't smoke." Small difference in words, massive difference in identity. Daniel stopped saying, "I'm trying to be disciplined." Instead, he told himself, "I'm a disciplined person." At first, it felt like a lie, but every small action made it a little more true. Your brain loves consistency with identity. When you believe something about yourself, your actions slowly start matching it. This is why athletes train, even when tired. This is why successful entrepreneurs keep working when things get hard. Eat us, not because they always feel motivated. Eat us because their brain believes, "This is who I am." Mons passive. Daniel's life began changing in ways he never expected. He woke up earlier. He worked with focus. He exercised regularly. He started learning new skills. But the most powerful change wasn't outside. It was inside his mind. The same brain that once avoided effort was now craving progress. One evening, Daniel met the same mentor again at the coffee shop. "You look different," the mentor said. Daniel smiled. "I think I finally understand discipline." The mentor leaned forward. "Tell me." Daniel said something simple. Discipline isn't forcing yourself forever. It's training your brain until the hard things feel normal. Tementa nodded. Most people quit too early. They expect their brain to change in 2 days. But real change happens through repetition. Think about learning to drive. The first time behind the wheel feels stressful. Your brain is overloaded. But after months of driving, it becomes automatic. You don't think about every movement anymore. Discipline works the same way. At first it feels unnatural, but with repetition, it becomes who you are. Now here's the most important idea in this entire story. Your brain doesn't care about your goals. Your brain cares about patterns. Whatever you repeat becomes your life. If you repeat procrastination, your brain becomes a procrastination expert. If you repeat discipline, your brain becomes a discipline machine. And the beautiful part is this. You don't need perfect days. You only need consistent ones. Daniel still had bad days. Days when he felt tired. Days when he didn't feel motivated. But he remembered one rule. Never miss twice. If he skipped a workout today, tomorrow he showed up no matter what. That simple rule protected his habits. Years later, Daniel looked back at the person he used to be. The guy who wasted hours scrolling. The guy who thought discipline was impossible. Et almost colon T recognize him. Because the truth is, discipline didn't change his life overnight. It changed it one small action at a time, and those actions slowly rewired his brain. Right. Now you might be thinking, that sounds good, but my situation is different. But remember these. Every disciplined person started exactly where you are. Confused, frustrated, inconsistent. The only difference is they didn't wait for motivation. They trained their brain. So tonight when you go to sleep, don't promise yourself a perfect tomorrow. Just promise one small action. 5 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of exercise, 15 minutes of focused work. 10. Repeat it again the next day. And 10. Next, because one day you'll wake up and realize something surprising. The things that once felt impossible now feel normal. And that's the moment discipline stops being a struggle and becomes your advantage. Before this video ends, I want to ask you something. What is one habit you want to build starting tomorrow? Play it in the comments. Seriously. When you put your goal into words, it becomes more real. And I'd read the comments, so I'd love to see what you're working on. If this story helped you understand discipline in a new way, share this video with someone who keeps saying, "I'll start tomorrow." Sometimes one story can change the direction of someone's life. And if you want more powerful motivational stories like this, make sure you subscribe to English or Tansto Story so you don't miss the next one. Remember, your brain is always learning from what you repeat, so choose your repetitions carefully. Because the life you want is hidden inside the habits you built today.